Welcome back to the Murdy Creative Co podcast. I'm your host, Colin Murdy, and today's topic is new products for 2022. But first, I want to say thank you to everyone who's supported the company so far. If you haven't got a chance, go check us out on the web at murdycreative.co. That's M-U-R-D-Y creative.co. Or you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching at murdycreative.co to see the best of our product shots. Follow us, keep up to date with our daily photos, and be the first one to know about new product launches. You can also use the subscribe button at the bottom of our website to be included in all of our new product announcements. Be sure to check out our laser engraving, personalization options, and exclusive colors on the website, or you can blank one on Amazon Prime. All right, so this episode, I am specifically talking about the new products that we are planning on launching this year. And by planning on launching, I mean we have had meetings about what products we want to launch. We've talked through design elements. We've talked through blueprints. I have most of the designs actually finished. So I think that there's a very high chance that a lot of these, if not all of these products, will get launched, and they are all intended to be launched as of this recording. So the only reason that they wouldn't be launched is if something disastrous happens. But first things first, we have a new product that is going to come out this week, right now. As you are listening to this podcast, it should be available, and that is our new mouse pad. Now, this is something that people have been asking for quite a while, and it is something that we've kind of always said, well, we'll get around to it, and now we're getting around to it. So it's a mouse pad. I love using it. We can customize them. The mouse pad, you're going to notice if you go to the product page itself, which I will link in the description for when I launch this. The mouse pad itself is actually oriented in two directions, and you'll see that listed in the product listing. Now, the reason why is after we made the first prototype, there was a lot of discussion, debate, and testing where various team members argued about which direction the mouse pad should be used. Some said that it should be used side to side, and others said it should be used the long way, because then you can rest your wrist on it a little easier. And most mice today, I don't think that's actually technically the right word for them, but anyway, most computer control tools have very high sensitivity, so your travel isn't very far, and so that kind of goes to the idea that you would necessarily need to have a very large space to make work. So after this discussion, after this whole point, we decided, okay, here's what we'll do. We'll offer both versions. You can select from the drop-down menu on the product page itself. All that really does is it just changes where our logo goes, whether our logo is on the bottom when it's horizontal or whether it's on the bottom when it's vertical. It also changes, of course, the location of all of the engravings. For example, if you get the top engraving on it for your name or you get a center engraving, it'll be oriented in that same direction. So just take note of that when you check out, and then you can check out that product that should be available, like I said, as the recording of this podcast is available, as soon as it goes live. Speaking of which, I apologize for no episode on Tuesday. I was on vacation, and I apologize for my voice, because if you can't tell, I'm not feeling that great. So I'm fighting a little bit of a cold right now, and that's why it might sound a little different. But so let's talk about other products that we want to launch, that we're hoping to launch. And there are some great options that we've talked about pretty in-depth, I would say. First, I'm going to start with some of the smaller items, work our way up to the bigger items. So on the smaller items side of things, we are also planning on launching a slim can koozie. A lot of you have talked about this. A lot of you have wanted this. It's kind of, the hard seltzer craze has become very, very common. And so we've already got the can koozie for the regular size 12 ounce. We're now going to have one for the tall slim cans as well. And I'm hoping that launches soon. That'll probably launch in June. That's our hope, at least. And then we're also going to have some other smaller things. We'll probably have a do not disturb door hanger kind of thing that you can customize. So if you want something for your office, it's great for that. And that I will admit, that was specifically designed for our ASI advertising people, our promotional companies working with hotels and things like that. So that's really for them, but doesn't mean you can't have one. Doesn't mean you can't create a nice custom one. You can get one that just says go away, and it's pretty funny. So we'll have those available eventually shortly here, and that'll be the hope. One thing to note as well, there are going to be bookmarks coming. The thing about the bookmarks that we are hoping to launch, and the challenge with the bookmarks itself, is the bookmark leather is going to be thick. It's going to be the same leather that we use for everything else. So it's one of those things where you should note when you're putting it in your book that it will put a little more pressure on the spine than a really thin paper one might, just as a note. But the bookmark should be coming as well shortly thereafter. There's a product that may or may not be launched. I would like to launch it. I would like it to be a thing because I really want it. And if you hear this and you go, oh, that would be cool, please mention it below, because it's definitely one of those ones that's on the fence right now. And that is a baseball style stress ball. So for those of you who know how baseball stitching looks and how it's put together. I think it'd be very cool to have that same design of a baseball, that same pattern, but done with our tab locking leather, seam rather than stitched seams. And I think it'd be really cool to have kind of a leather stress ball, whether it's squishy or hard or bouncy or whatever, but just something like that we can have to play with. And I think that would be a cool desk toy as well. So that one may or may not happen. We'll see. But the other ones are pretty solidly slated to go live shortly. Now moving on to some of the bigger items. The big item that I'm very excited about is the folders. We are renaming the Murdy number 4 tech sleeves to just be the Murdy number 4 sleeves, leather sleeves. And we're launching 2 additional sizes in those, which will be for 7-inch tablets and 10-inch tablets, I believe. I'll have to look up exactly the dimensions, but it's for the smaller tablet size. It's a similar design, same design as our laptop case. We will be discontinuing the 13-inch laptop case, however, and launching the 14-inch laptop case, designed to fit with the new MacBooks, and more importantly, it'll go well with the next product, which is the number 5 file folders. Now, the folders themselves are going to look like the classic manila folders, the classic yellow cream folders with the tabs on the top, center, top, middle, top, right. So we'll have those available in a variety of colors, a variety of packs, and you'll be able to take them. And part of the reason why we're launching the 14-inch tablet or the 14-inch sleeve rather than the 13 is that we will be able to fit those file folders inside that case. So theoretically, you could have a 14-inch sleeve, and inside that 14-inch sleeve is 3 or 5 or 6 or however many you want of those leather file folders, and then inside of those could be customer documents, client documents, I don't know what, medical records, whatever you want to put in them, right? And it could be a great kind of way to have a really nice high-end fancy option for you to use in your office or in your workshop or whatever the case may be. So that's something that I'm very excited about, that we'll be launching the new sizes of the sleeves, the smaller sizes for the tablets, and the larger, redoing the larger size specifically for the file folders, which will also come sometime in the fall. Finally, we have a wallet passport that's slated for later in the year. That one might get bumped. I know we've been talking about it for a long time. That's the only one that I don't really have a solid answer as to exactly what the design looks like. I have a couple of prototypes, and I've got a couple of versions of it that are close. So that one's, I have a couple of months to figure it out, so I might figure it out before the end of the year. But on the off chance that I don't figure it out or I don't get time to figure it out, that one probably will get bumped. Now, one thing that I'm going to talk about briefly here, and I'm not going to go more into detail in it because it might not happen, and there's a lot of things that have to happen before we get to it. But one thing that I've been carrying around in my pocket all weekend is this new cork canvas vegan option for a material. Now, I've got a minimalist wallet is what you're looking at on the video here, but what it is it's cork backed in canvas, and it's adhered with a biodegradable vegan adhesive. So this would be a vegan option that we've offered, and we've had a couple of people in the past ask for them. We actually have a vegan who works in our workshop, and so she's kind of been a good part of helping us kind of spearhead this project. I've always said that I don't want to release a vegan alternative to our product line unless it is of excellent quality. It is something that can live up to our good brand. And so this has been something that I've been carrying around and testing with me. There's some changes that need to be made to it a little bit. I think we can make them, and I've got to do a little more testing before I can actually commit to this. But the hope would be potentially if this material works out, we could potentially roll out our entire or a line of vegan products, maybe not the entire product line, but a good portion of it in vegan shortly, potentially. That one, there's a couple of factors that is dependent upon. So that might not happen till Q3, but could happen in Q3. So we got a lot of new products, a lot of exciting products. We've been thinking about internally, how can we make our products go well together? That's kind of where some of the changes to the 14-inch tablet case or the 14-inch leather sleeve, that's going to take a second for me to get used to. The 14-inch leather sleeve, the file folders come into play. We've been trying to figure out exactly what the best option are for those smaller tablet cases. One of the things that came up is we want to make sure that they can fit our journals inside them. Specifically so that if you wanted to get a sleeve, one of the leather sleeves, specifically to put your journal in for when you travel or whatever the case is to keep it protected or whatever, not that it really needs it, but if you wanted to, you could be able to do that. So it's a great option, I think, for that purpose as well. And we're hoping to make it kind of work together in that way. So anyway, these are the exciting new products that we've got coming along. If there's other products that you're interested in learning more about, and by the way, I should say this might not be exhaustive. There might be additional products that we launch that are not named yet. There might be some other things that we might do, like a limited edition color. We haven't decided on that just yet, but we might. So there's a couple of exciting things that are going to come down the line. If there's a product that you've been looking for, that you've been wanting, that didn't show up on this list, send us an email or a comment below on YouTube. We'd love to learn more about it. We're always looking for feedback and ideas for what people are looking for. And we're happy to really help as best we can to try to fill those needs. So mention it in the email to us, sales@murdycreative.co, sales@murdycreative.co, or you can comment on the YouTube video below if you're watching on YouTube, or you can use the contact page on the main page of our website. So thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to check back in on Tuesday for our next topic. And don't forget to check that subscribe button as well as notification bell to get our latest podcast right away. If you have any questions or concerns about your leather binder, journal, folio, accessory, anything else we sell, please feel free to contact us on the main page of our website at murdycreative.co. You can text, email, call, direct message, all the usuals. I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible, but we do appreciate your patience. If you have a quick question or you want to place an order over the phone, please feel free to call us at 414-434-9001. We're available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central Time. You can also text us at that number as well, 414-434-9001. If for whatever reason you don't get a hold of us either during business hours or after hours, please do feel free to leave us a voicemail. We will listen to them. We do respond to them. If you're calling about a specific order, please include the order number in that voicemail. It starts with the letter S and followed by a series of numbers. That just helps us identify who we're talking to and what we're talking about. If you think we deserve it, a good review can go a long way to help us grow our new community, both a review on whatever podcast app you're listening on, as well as a review on the product if you've got one. Go check out all of our amazing 5-star reviews on murdycreative.co/reviews. There's a button there that says leave us a good review. If you click that, it'll take you to facebook.com/murdycreative.co/reviews. There's a question there. Do you recommend the Murdy Creative Company? You click yes, you type your review. I love them. We read them. I read them out loud to the staff most of the time. It really does make our day. If for whatever reason you have a bad experience and you would like to leave us a bad review, there's another button there that says get directly in contact with us. It is deeply important to me personally that everyone has a good experience with this company. We will do anything we can, including recrafting, refunding. We will take care of you. Please, 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 before you leave us a bad review, give us an opportunity to make things right. We will. If you want to share the company, that really does help us a lot. Word of mouth is the best form of advertising. Always has been, always will be. So please tell your friends about the company. And if you want to get a little something for doing that, be sure to log into our website. There's a little person at the top of the website. You click on that, you can log in, you make a profile. And once you've made that profile, you'll be able to track your orders. You'll be able to see a little more information about your stuff. But you'll also get 10% back as in-store credit whenever you make a purchase. And if you go to the little round button in the bottom left-hand corner of the main page of our website, and you open that, there's going to be a little window that's going to open up. Not only does that show you how many reward points you've earned, but there's a shareable link in that tab as well. When you click on that shareable link, you can share that with your friends and family. They get $10 off their first purchase, and you get $10 of in-store credit when they make that purchase. So with Father's Day coming up, if you're a guy out there and you've got kids or a wife, and you're like, you know what, I really want something, and I want to get a little something for it, send your wife or your kids that link. And then they get $10 off the purchase, and you get $10 of in-store credit when they make that purchase. So it's a really good way to kind of get a little extra something. I am talking about the loophole here. I am recommending my own loophole to my own detriment. But check that out and do that if you'd like. That really does help us. If you have any podcast topics you want to hear more about, send them my way. I am always happy to give you guys what you're looking for, and I want to give you guys what you're looking for. So if you've got topic ideas or questions, feel free to mention them below. If you're looking for multiple binders, for journals, folios, for gifts, giveaways, menus, really any reason, we do have bulk discounts built directly into our cart. All you need to do is add whatever items you want. It is merely based off the total cart quantity, and the bulk discounts start at the minimum order quantity of 5. So you don't need to order a ton to get the discount starting. You mix and match to your heart's desire, add whatever you want to your cart, and hit checkout. It'll automatically apply the appropriate discount for the bulk you've purchased, and then you can just check out right there. If you're not sure exactly what quantity you're looking for, but instead you'd like to learn more about what percentage are available and what you need to do to get those percentages, do send us an email, sales@murdycreative.co, sales@murdycreative.co. If you're looking for a custom engraved item, we have no minimum order quantities and no setup fees. It's a simple flat fee, normally about $15, and that is pre-bulk discount. So it can go down quite a bit from there if you get a lot of them. To do that, to do the custom item, all you need to do is to go to most of the product pages on our website, not all of them, but most of them. On there, there's a little button that says Add Custom Logo. You click on that, it'll take you to a custom listing of that product, and then there's a Add Custom Logo. You launch that customizer, it'll pop up with a place that you can upload logos, you can add artwork, you can add text, all those things, you can position them, and then you add that to your cart. When you check out, that specific design that you put together is tied to the order itself, and then we can replicate that when we actually go to make the thing. If for whatever reason you don't see the Add Custom Logo button, it means that product is not specifically in our customizer yet. However, we can still do custom engraved items with no minimum order quantities and no setup fees. All you need to do is send us an email, sales@murdycreative.co, and mention that you're looking for this item, custom engraved with this logo, and include your logo in that email as well. We're happy to create those custom listings for you. We'll create a mock-up so you can see what it looks like, and then we'll create a custom order listing that you can use at checkout. So thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day, and goodbye.